Hi and welcome to another Thrive Themes tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to use the decorations option on various elements such as content boxes and background sections, but keep in mind that you can use this option on more than just the elements showcased in this video. Now, this option comes in handy if you want to customize the sides of the elements or if you just want to divide certain areas of your page with a cool effect that's maybe added to the top or bottom of your sections. Now let's get to it and see how this option works. First, go ahead and select the element you want to apply this option to. I'm going to select this content box from here. And then here in the left sidebar, make sure you click on the decoration section in order to expand it, and then select the side on which the decoration will be applied. I'm going to leave it as it is. So this means that the decoration will be added to the bottom side of my content box. Now click on the drop down to see the full list of available decorations. So the first one is called the slanted edge. And once you select it, a border shows up at the bottom of the content box. Now you can adjust the tilt from here if you want. Maybe you can lower it so that it doesn't overlap with the text. But of course you can adjust this as you best see fit. And then you can also change the direction from this toggle right here. Now let's see the next decoration, and this is the pointer one. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply it to my second content box from here. So let me just open once more this drop-down list. I'm gonna leave it as it is. Again, it will be visible at the bottom of my content box. And now let's just select pointer. And once more, the corresponding options will appear in the sidebar. So now you can just go ahead and select what you want. You can adjust the width, and if you want, you can also adjust the height. Additionally, if you want to invert the pointer, you can do so from this toggle. Now, the third decoration, which I'm going to add to my third content box, again to the bottom side of it, is called the divider one. And you can see that there are two styles you can pick from, and then once more, you can adjust the width and the height of the decorations. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that the drop shadows will not be visible after adding a decoration. And this is also highlighted over here. And the same principle applies to the borders and corners option. So if I'm going to go ahead and apply a drop shadow to this content box, you will notice that the shadow does not appear on the sides where the decoration is placed. Let me just increase the opacity a bit and then make sure it's this dark shade right here. And then let's also adjust the angle and the distance. So you can see that the decoration is placed here at the bottom of my content box, but the shadow itself is only visible in those places where we only have the content box and not the decoration itself. Now, the same happens if you decide to add borders and corners. So if I'm going to go ahead and add a border, let me just increase it from here. You can see that the border itself will be displayed around the content box, but not around the decoration. Now, the fourth decoration type is a rather complex one called fancy divider. And let's see how we can use this on a background section. So I have my background section right here at the top of my page. I've made sure it's selected. You can see here in the breadcrumbs. And now let's just open once more the decorations section. I will apply it to the upper part of the background section and then make sure it's selected right here. And what I need to do now is also select the fancy divider from this list of available designs. Now, at first, you will see no visible change on this section because the color of the divider is set to white by default. You can see this right here. So make sure you add a color to it. Let's just go with this one. And then it will be easier to see what other changes you can bring to the already existing template. So once more, you can change the height if you want, and then the direction. And on top of this, it's worth mentioning here that there might be situations in which you maybe have two dividers which are set within the same background section, and maybe they are overlapping because both of them are set to be quite high on the background section. So I'm just going to go ahead and add another fancy divider here, but this time to the bottom of my background section. Let's go with this one. Then also add a color. And now if I'm going to increase the height, you can see that these are overlapping right here. So now I want to make sure that the fancy divider that I have here at the top of my page is in front of the second one, which I've added right here. Let me just also change the direction because now it's overlapping even more. And now let me show you what this option does, which is called bring to front. So once I activate it, you can see that these parts right here, which were underneath the second divider that I've added to my background section, are now placed at the top. So this is a nice feature to have in case you have overlapping dividers. But alternatively, if you want, you can also adjust the height from here and just make sure that they are not overlapping. Now these were the ways in which you can use the decorations option on various elements. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful, but if you want to learn more, don't hesitate to check out the other tutorials available in our knowledge base.